What's good with you, black man? Oh man, I can't hear you. You on mute or something? Yo. We got technical difficulties over there. Nah, I don't hear you right now, brother, man. But yo, this is NFC South versus the NFL. I am your boy, Mike Ricks, man. We about to talk about this Dallas Cowboy versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers game.
It is your boy DJ. You already
Oh,
know it is. Yeah. Yes, sir. What's up, man?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Yo, my bad. Shut the door real quick. Yo, man, this is exactly. Nah, what's up, man? I ain't gonna get into it right now. I want to just dive into it, but
Man, fuck it. This is
DJ.
exactly what I expected to see.
Yeah.
Outside of probably more touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, outside of that, this is what was going to happen. I told everybody this was going to be a shellacking, and that's exactly what it was. I've been telling people for years, Dak Prescott is not the guy that they paid for. Is he a good quarterback? He's a good quarterback. But you didn't pay. You paid for him to lead your team. He's not that guy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing surprising about this game. And again, Elliott only carried the ball, what, 10 times?
Yes, stupid. And he averaged 5.2 yards per carry.
Exactly. This is what the Cowboys are. They do. Like,
dumb,
this is
man.
not a good coaching staff. We talk about coaching staff all the time. This is not one. All and that shit. I love what I saw from the Bucs. I mean, from a running standpoint, I mean,
Yes.
Leonard Fournette. We toted that rock, and that might be now that Bruce Arians is in the booth opposed to on the field. This is not a surprise. I ain't got nothing against Bruce Arians. I love Bruce Arians. But they allowed these boys to get after it and get in front. Did you see that boy Shaq Mason?
Man, look.
That boy was playing. Hainsley was getting at it. Donovan Smith's a bit. No, matter of fact, I ain't going to do that right now. But
no, call it, because that's how I look when he went down, dog.
The entire game he was struggling. And you saw that one move when Parsons came inside. You know, Alan Marquette would have picked that up.
Right.
But
you talking about the spin move?
I think, yep. He came inside and caught him. I'm like, yep. That's what we're talking about with Ali Marpet. I mean, it's like an island now over there. Donovan Smith has to play because Luke Gedeke is just trying to keep his shit together. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, overall, the offensive line played well. But I think the Cowboys are the Cowboys, right? I think the Cowboys are always, especially on defense with Dan Quinn, they're going to play hard. Like,
they play good.
They did play hard. Like, I can't sit here and say that. And it didn't matter. They had players go down. I told you DeMarcus Lawrence ain't shit either. But without Parsons, I mean, that defense is nothing. I mean, they moved him all over the field. He tried his hardest, and he got a couple of hits on him. He got a sack. He got maybe 2. He was playing, but there was nothing else really getting out there. And
man, no, look, that ain't true.
Outside of Mekhi Parsons, there was nothing else getting to the quarterback, really.
Oh, okay. Maybe getting to the quarterback. I don't know, man. Quarterback, man, hit, what he got? Hit 4 times, sacked twice.
Yeah.
So that's not bad, especially, but I thought that I get you. Getting to the quarterback. I'm going to let you continue.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing. It wasn't, perfect, which I've talked about this multiple times. I never expected it to look perfect, but it definitely was what? Good enough. And that's all I could ask. You know what I'm saying? Especially with your first outing with the entire offensive line. Remember Tristan Wirfs and Donovan Smith didn't play in the preseason.
Right.
So this was their first outlook. And once again, if I had to grade them, I'll give them a solid B, maybe B minus a little bit. But, it could have been a little stronger, but it was solid. B is solid. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing there that I would say was like, oh my God, considering look, it's still a Dallas Cowboy. I know they're not, but under Dan Quinn, they get after it.
Yeah, because that's what I want to get into, man. If there's a bright spot for Dallas, It's the defense. I mean, that they were one of the they were number one in turnovers, number 2 on third down or something like that efficiency. They were very strong in the red zone, which they were again tonight. Yeah, man, I would say the defense, because if you can hold a team to 19 points in the NFL today, you should give yourself a chance to win football games.
You did some dumb things in the red zone, though. I mean,
I don't want to hear that mess, man. Give credit where credit is due, man.
I mean, yeah, no. They did what they needed to do. But I'm just saying, if there was somewhere where the Bucs can now look at something, be like, we need to, focus on, is that red zone. There was a couple opportunities they could have scored, but hey, his first game with this whole offense, they come out with a dub. Not many, not any, if any, injuries. Like I said, I know Chris Godwin got pulled early. I mean, he looked good early too. That boy looked good.
That man got a hammy. He got a hammy.
I mean, he has been running.
Right.
So he was out there going full-fledged force. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about, Chris. But overall, like I said, I think we played, for it being week 1, well, the defense I thought played, basically lights out. I mean, they could have got a little more pressure, I think, on Dak, but they still harassed his ass.
Man, look, Dak is getting surgery on his hand. He done.
I mean, isn't it the second time this shit happened to him?
Yeah, man. I don't miss me with that, man.
He does that when he knows shit is about to go.
That's what I'm saying. He know what the outcome of this season is gonna be like, man. He pulled the same thing 2 years ago.
They're gonna try to get out the rest of the season.
Yep. Yeah, man. Miss me with that, man. Miss me with that. So I already know. I mean, Shaq Barrett is dirty. No, I'm just playing. He has done this to quarterbacks before.
He put his hand up and he kept on hitting. He trying to knock the ball down.
Yeah, it ain't dirty. I was just messing, man. Oh,
all right.
Yeah. Nah, it wasn't nothing dirty about that, man. That was a good play.
And it was one of them years because everybody in the NFC East won except the Cowboys.
Yes.
I told you Mike was going to be a down year for these fucking boys. I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah, man, because their offense is horrendous, dog. They don't have anything outside of Ezekiel Elliott, if you ask me.
Yep.
And the offensive line, the Smith kid, the rookie, actually played pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it was very solid, man. So you can't blame it on that. Dak Prescott was very errant on some throws. He was missing stuff, throwing behind, high, just bad decision making.
Right, and that's Dak Prescott. Like I said, he had an ultra good offensive weapons. Outside of that, Dak is what we saw out there was Dak. We saw when it came down to that last game of the season when the Eagles were he did similar shit in that game. Like this is not from, like I said, I don't always watch all Cowboy games, but when I watch him, like I said, there's nothing elite about Dak. I think he stares down receivers.
Yep.
He telegraphs a lot. I don't think he does really good with checks at the line. I mean, I don't think they paid a lot of money for an average quarterback. Like you said, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Kirk Cousins. So, man, let's just take a quick glance at these stats, man, and then we'll get back into the game, man, and kind of just talk about certain things that, we liked and enjoyed. We could actually do that while we're looking at the stats. But, dog, this game, to start off, I was like, oh, shoot. It's going to be one of those close defensive battle games. About to love this. And it happened for a little while. You see the first quarter, 6-3. And then it was murder, she wrote. Nah. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. I mean, defense was fun. Anyway, let's get into the offense real quick, man. Talk about Thomas Edward Brady III. All right, he was sacked twice, passer rating of 87.3, 18 for 27, 212 yards, 7.9 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But this here that's coming up next, and we're going to go to Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, 14 for 29, less than 50%, 134 yards, 4.6 yards per attempt, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks. Passer rating should have been 17.2, but they gave him 47.2. I don't know how, but yeah, it is what it is. But the key, DJ,
go ahead. Before we get past that,
Yeah.
Mr. Thomas Edward Brady.
Mm.
I think he threw probably the worst interception I've seen him throw as a Buck. That pass, and he even said it. You saw it on the
He said,
that was horrible. He grabbed his head. I said, I'm not gonna kill him because I think Brady knew. He was like, "Yo, that shit was dumb as fuck." Like I saw him walking off. He was like, he didn't get mad. He just walked like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I just threw that shit." Like, and it was bad. But I don't expect Brady to I don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing. Like that was bad.
I think he was anticipating to throw it. Then he saw dude Leighton was trying to bring it back and couldn't, and just kind of it was ugly.
Yeah. But I ain't like I say ain't nothing to kill him about. It was just like, damn, that was a horrible pick. But yeah.
So was Dak Prescott's. Dak Prescott's pick was.
Dak Prescott does that though.
Oh Lord, that's true.
Dak Prescott does that shit.
It was do, and I was like, hey, here you go. He was about to get them empty calorie stats if he didn't go out with that hand injury. I seen it happening because that's what Cooper Kupp got. So it was gonna kind of make it look not Cooper Kupp, Cooper Rush. Made it look like he did something. But anyway, man, let's go on to the rushing, man. This is what a game, and I've been preaching this all day long, DJ. Early in the season, your defenses are going to be ahead of your offenses 90% of the time. Run the dang ball. I don't know if any of y'all seen The Blind Side. Sandra Bullock was his mom, adopted mama, and she called the coach in the stand and said, "Coach, run the dang ball. Run the dang ball." Because if you look at what happened here, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I know they were up, so it made it look like they ran the ball a whole lot more, but they did run the ball a whole lot more.
Right, we started
the ball 33 times the 27 pass attempts. This was a balanced football team on offense. Now, did they get a whole bunch? Nah, but it was a balanced football team, man. They even used Julio in the game. They used the young buck. They tried to get Jaden Darden on the outside. Leonard Fournette, you talked about, DJ. 21 carries, 127 yards, 6 yards per carry. 6. That's outstanding.
Yeah, it looked. This is the best we've seen this run game look under the Tom Brady era here. It looked very good, looked efficient. I was very impressed with what I saw. And guess what? They went to Tristan Wirfs' side along with Shaq Mason. And then when they didn't, I love that stretch play they ran with Shaq Mason pulling on the other side. Whoa, that shit worked a couple times. I'm like, okay. Howard Goodwin and Byron Leftwich, they were scheming up some shit on our run game. Yeah, I was very impressed. I was happy to see that.
Yeah, that was extremely impressive. And I thought even, y'all are pretty stingy against the run. So when I saw Ezekiel Elliott averaging 5.2 yards per carry, 10 carries, 52 yards, and his longest was 7. So he's averaging 5.2 yards. And his longest was 7. So it's not like he had this big break, and then that's where he got his yards from to average it out. He was literally averaging 5 yards a carry. If you give him the damn ball twice, first through whatever downs, he's getting the first down. But if you're behind the chains, because they are undisciplined and stupid, that's what caused them, I believe, to have to start to panic and think they got to abandon the run. But if you lose 5 yards and you give him the ball 3 times and he's averaging 5 yards a carry, what is that?
I feel like your frustration is going from the Cowboys because you're trying to talk through it with your team.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. My Panthers did the same. I had to watch this all over again, and I'm like, good, Tampa.
That was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, these dumb motherfuckers. This is Cowboys all over again. We gonna just suffocate these motherfuckers. I already saw that shit. That shit was coming the entire time.
Yeah, man. And I don't want to hear anybody else in Cowboy Nation talk about Tony Pollard this, Tony Pollard that, Tony Pollard this. This Ezekiel Elliott is the guy and has been the guy. Learn to appreciate and respect what you have with him.
I told you that.
Because that's the only bright spot on this offense.
Yep.
Because we're about to get to the next part of this offense, which is do.
CeeDee Lamb is a number 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I keep on. They kept on trying to say that. I know a little bit. I think Cowboy Nation was already kind of like, they weren't 100% sure about CD, but shit. I think, we kind of knew what was coming with CD. Like, CD is a good number 2. But when you try to make him the guy, he gonna disappear like he did in this game, drop some passes, like he ran some wrong routes. It was miscommunication. I'm like, oh, yeah. It's gonna be the Danny Schultz. If you got Danny Schultz and shit, this Malcolm Brown kid might come out of nowhere.
Noah Brown,
Noah Brown, whatever the fuck his name is, but
it could be Bobby Brown, huh?
Right.
It's my Buccaneers.
Hell yeah, man! This was just a suffocation. I was just happy to see with the defense. Like I said, I knew this defense was better than this offense. And that's all I wanted to see was them outplay them, and that's exactly what they did.
DJ, I want to watch, and we get a chance to watch another game next week with y'all in this secondary. But if this, and I know I don't believe in Dallas wide receivers, and I'm gonna talk about that. But this secondary, kudos to them, man. They seatbelted everything, locked it up. Noah Brown, like you said, got a couple passes that he caught, made some plays. That
prevent.
But I thought Dalton Schultz was consistent all game long. He was able to make plays. He wasn't making big plays, but he was able to catch the ball, turn, and get yards. He was very solid with his hands. CeeDee Lamb got targeted 11 times and caught 2 balls, DJ. That's less than 20%.
Doo-doo.
He got targeted. He's too light in the butt, man. He's just speed. He had no strength. He just out. His height is bigger than what he is, man.
He was good. He looked good in college, but like I said, this is the pros. I don't know. Like I said, he gets a lot of targets and his catch. And it's not even explosive plays that he gets. It's like regular, 8, 9 outs. Just simple shit.
Yes.
So
I don't know, man. Their receiving core is awful, and they're gonna have to make some adjustments quickly. But let's go and take a look at yours, man, because I found this to be extremely exciting. Leonard Fournette was probably one of the most exciting parts for me, just to see you all be able to have a run game. But what are your thoughts on this receiving core, man? And how they play?
It's I think it's what you would have wanted from your team. Like the way they played this, I thought was just genius because I didn't want to see them go out here and throw the ball 50 times. You know what I'm saying? Because, you're talking about Julio Jones got all these rest days. Chris Godwin, coming off an ACL, that might even been playing. Let's get him in the first half. If we're up or we're in, control of this game, get him out this fucking game. I know he limped a little bit, but like I said, it was because of that hammy. But and then Mike Evans, they didn't overexert him either. I think Russell Gage had a couple catches. Like I said, you didn't do too much there. Like I said, it was a very simple passing game. It was not. They ain't try to go explosive. They ain't try to do nothing crazy. Like I said, I think they walked this receiving core and Tom Brady into this season. That's what it felt like. And we're just going to ride Leonard Fournette, who everybody was talking about in the offseason, being out of shape. He ain't going to be ready, And what he come out here? Just straight bell count this motherfucker. Loved it. That's why I said I just loved it.
Yeah, as a fan, you can't help but love it, man. Shout out to Tempe 1D, shout out to Trill 1, shout out to Anthony Stewart, man. Anthony Stewart said something. I'm going to read it real quick, but I do want to touch on what you said. Wait until Stephen A. Smith will have a hole into first take tomorrow. So get ready. He's going to have a good time. Oh, yeah, he's going to have his hat on and all kind of stuff.
They're the only team in the NFC East, which they have to talk about the NFC East, so they buy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And Skip Baylor's going to be sick. Now, he loves Tom, but he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. And he was hyping up Baker, and both of them got
tipsy, so them glasses fucking me up.
The wide receivers, you hit it on the nail, DJ. This is exactly what I wanted my team to do. Exactly. I wanted my guys to get touches, get plays like that. They threw the ball how many times? Targets 27 times. That's it. They got 18 catches 27 times. Mike Evans caught 5 for 7, 71 yards, and a big boy head tap touchdown. Do what he does. That's exactly what he's gonna do. I told you, DJ. He's not gonna do as much, but he can. Let's not get it twisted.
He's gonna have a nice year.
Yes.
He's gonna have a nice year this year. He's gonna be the guy, like the number one that y'all wanted to see. I think you're really gonna see him this year.
Oh my gosh.
I think he's coming into his own, and it's gonna be. And Julio was the one that was hitting the downfield stuff. That pass that he had, he almost had two of them things.
Yes.
With that one, whoo, like, oh, that shit was a beautiful catch.
Yes, man. Mike Evans is the most, Mr. Consistent. He's going to get the job done. You get it in the red zone, he's going to do exactly what Tom did, and I'm glad Tom did that. Yeah, Stephon, we're going to head tap that butt. But like I said, Julio, nice stretch down the field catch, but he made other catches too within the game. And I love the end around. I love just finding a way to get the ball in his hands to see what he could do with it. I love that. Chris Godwin, you went to him early to give him confidence. That was everything that you all did for the most part. Like, you got some stuff you could take away in the film session and be like, okay, this is going to help us truly get over the hump and being that team that everybody's going to fear in the NFC. Red zone, right? You got to work on some red zone. But outside of the little kinks and stuff here and there, this team, offensively, y'all made enough plays and you did what you need to do to control the football game. But defensively, amazing performance.
Yep. And Kendall Hardy said it right there. Devin White had a hell of a game. Devin White we've been asking for, we got him.
Oh my God.
Man had 8 tackles, 2 sacks, two tackles for losses, and a pick 6 he dropped. Oh my God, he dropped that.
Yes.
I woke up everybody in this goddamn house. I'm like, no, I lost my mind. That shit. He felt it too, because I was going to the crib, bro. But Devin had a game today. Anquan Whitfield had a game. Oh, you know, Mr. Consistent Levante David just filling holes and doing the he does. This defense, and this is just the first game. They're gonna build off of this. And this everything that I said at the beginning of the season with this team looks like they're heading that direction. As long as we can stay healthy, we head in that direction, Mike. We head in that direction.
Yeah, I was impressed with like I said, Devin White was all over the field. Antoine Winfield Jr., you know I hated him when y'all got him, man. I love this guy. Me and him about the same height, so you already know how I felt about that. Best in the South.
Thank you.
Best safety in the NFC South. Don't give me Honey Badger. I don't care nothing about what y'all talking about, Marcus May, Saints. Don't Jeremy Chin. I know they came in the same draft. He's good. I want him back at linebacker right now, but that's another conversation. Richie Grant or whoever they got over there in Atlanta, sorry. Nothing can compare to this guy here. A Pro Bowler in his second year, and he looks like he's going to do it again and shooting for all pro. Dangerous. From the middle, when I talk about alignment, my bad. I feel like I'm talking too much, man. But,
go ahead. No, I want you to enjoy this one with me. Go ahead.
Yeah. I love defenses, and I think the strength always comes from up the middle, and I believe it on both sides. So to have Vita, to have Hicks, but especially Vita as your staple guy, amazing.
And Nacho was in there too. You saw that?
Yeah, man. But yeah. They all were they made plays. But to have Vita, then you have now your new Devin White, and now you have the safety back there in Winfield. Winfield. Those are younger players. Vita's what, 5th year?
5th or 6th?
This is 5th year. Yeah, he came in with DJ Moore.
They got resigned from it.
Yeah, 5th year. Devin White, 4th year. Antoine Winfield Jr., 3rd year. These are your young players. That's the staple of this team going forward, and they ain't going nowhere. And it's right up the gut. So nothing's going to change here. You're just going to continue to draft around these guys to help field positions to do what this defense needs to get done. And as long as you can play this style of defense and keep this going, I don't care. And can run the ball. I don't care who you could put. You could put Kyle Trask back there. You can put such and such. You still gonna have success because this defense is so amazing. And I get excited because I'm a defensive guy, and so to see amazing defensive football like this and played, it makes me want to slightly cheer for the Bucs, man. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but
yeah, dog. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I know it make you sick. But hey, it at the same token, like you said, you got to appreciate what you saw and what you watched. I mean, it was close to flawless you can call with this game, outside of not scoring touchdowns and kicking field goals. Right. I mean, this game plan, like, look, and this is, I'm talking to now Bucs fans. Who's the fucking Mike? Back the fuck off of Byron Leftwich. That's why I don't gotta change you over, Mike. Just back off of Byron Leftwich. This was a hell of a game plan, and I think we're going to see a lot more of these type of game plans. I mean, the run scheme, the passes, the end arounds. I mean, everything was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It like we look, and some of this other stuff I seen out here with some of these offensive coordinators. We got a really good offensive coordinator. Obviously, we got Tom Brady, very obviously Hall of Famer GOAT, but the mechanics of what we watched today was really, really good. And like I said, I was just overly impressed with that. And then on defense, at the end of the day, I shoot. I'm not gonna say we the best team. I mean, defense, obviously, in NFL or NFC or anything like that, but we're gonna be flirting that top 5, top 10, because it was that damn good. And if they can stay healthy, we're gonna be a problem. And we know what's coming next week. A team we haven't beaten 2 years outside of the playoffs and getting that Super Bowl ring. Let's go. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm excited. That was great. Evans is definitely going to be a future Hall of Famer. And Kendall, we've always known what Mike Evans was, right? I mean, not myself, yes. I always say he could grow in certain areas, yes, but he always was consistent. He always came out there to play. He was always available. I mean, he puts up the numbers, but nobody ever wanted to give him credit for the numbers. I mean, finally, and you ain't the only one, though. You ain't the only one, because whenever we look at top 10 rankings, every single year, Mike Evans is never in it. But we always see one player come in one year, then he's out of there next year. You got a couple ones. Julio's always in there, certain players, but the most consistent player is never in there. Like, nobody got mad when Jerry Rice is out here just being Mr. Consistent and just always there for his quarterback. Why can't Mike Evans be that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, he have a couple of games that he struggles a little bit, but then he'll come back and explode. And then he'll have his 1,000. If he stays the course with this year, he got to be an All-Pro this year. I'm just gonna say it now. He has to be, because I feel like he should have had a couple of them things. Like I don't know, man. That whole Mike Evans situation with the way the media and everybody likes to look at wide receiver, it's bull. Like it's crazy. They like to put the little what's that, like the little hangnail or something underneath. Talking about, oh yeah, he had like 7 years of 1,000 yards, 6 years. Every year it was just piling up, but it's like always like a thumbnail instead of it being like, man, this wide receiver is like one of them close, elite type players that's going to be consistent every single year. But that's never talked that way. It's just always, he's going to catch 1,000, every over 8 seasons, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Devin White showed up. Yep, Buck Skull. We talked about that earlier. Devin White play the way we expect Devin White to play, and we should see it going forward. And just, he should be All-Pro this year. Like, if he played the way he does today, and Levante Davis should be able to play at the age that he's at, play the role he's at now, and which is a very good role for him. Devin should be the one out there shining. That's how it should be looking, and that's exactly what it looked like. But Levante held the game too. Yeah, he had some moments though, but you could tell. But he still had a heck of a game, man. A heck of a game. It's the coach. Yeah, he sucks. Everybody knows he's fucking. I mean, we knew this before y'all hired him, man. So. As soon as you hired him, we talked about it too. After you hired him, I guess I should say. He coordinator. He's pass happy. He don't even a run because he was a quarterback himself who was a very not good one himself. So he's trying to prove it as a play caller, and he just continuously looks. I don't know. He's terrible.
Yeah, absolutely terrible. Wait, I ain't got nothing to say about that, man. So Julio, like we talked about, he showed up. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's about time Byron started running the ball more. It opens up the type of offense he calls. Now, with that being said, DJ, I'm gonna go ahead.
I just don't think it's all Byron. I think
it's BA.
Bruce Arians had a lot to do with that. And once again, if there was any credence to Tom Brady kind of saying, maybe it is time for you to step back, I'll come back and let Byron kind of do this, because Byron and Tom Brady are like this. Like that's a connection that not many people talk about. Byron is a very smart, savvy. He's always been that. They used to talk about him being a coach type player when he was actually playing the game. Like, I think Tom Brady appreciates Byron Leftwich for what he is. And that's not, I don't think people like to highlight that because it's always Tom Brady's the GOAT. He does all this stuff. He makes so many things better. But I think their partnership works so well. And I guarantee that maybe there was like Byron and, everybody might have been like, you know what, Bruce Arians, we appreciate you bringing this all together. You did your thing. We want you to stay with the organization. But, man, just go up and, go up there. We'll celebrate you when these games are over with.
It's a new wave of NFL players, and they can handle. We got this. We got a GOAT guy that can be you and Tom Brady at the quarterback position.
I guarantee you learned a lot from Bruce Arians.
Yeah, absolutely. But and DJ, even with that, I Am Athlete Shady McCoy talked about Byron Leftwich and playing under Byron Leftwich. He said he's never played for a guy that will call plays to get his players their bonuses or whatever it might be to let them all eat. And this is indicative of what Byron Leftwich does and what he said. Leonard Fournette, guess what he did? He ate today. He got over 120-something yards, so he's going to be on pace to get whatever bonus he's going to get. Mike Evans, he still got his stats, 71 yards and a touchdown. So he's getting on the trajectory to get his 1,000 and all those touchdowns. Julio Jones touched the ball. Chris Godwin got it early, and he would have had more if he didn't have the injuries. And then he tried to get Russell Gage late in the game in doo-doo time.
Yeah, he got 2 for 2. He got get in the game. Just get warm. We need you this season,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Tried to shot with him, like Byron Leftwich.
That was probably the one thing. If you really wanted to look at something, they try to force that shit to Brashard Perriman.
Right.
Saying the Bucs can be running team now. I think it's just gonna be a balanced team. Bucs go.
Yep, balance.
I don't think it's gonna be a ground and pound type of a team, but you're going to have to respect our run. For many years, Mike always talked about it. I mean, Dirk Cutter, years outside of the year that he was an offense coordinator with us with Lovey, nobody really respects our run. But that's been now put on tape of what they did today. Teams are going to now have to pay attention to that. Like I said, the schematics of what I saw with that run game was just Harold Goodwin, run game coordinator, impressive. Byron Leftwich, they like I said, they did. I can't praise what I saw, and I hope it stays this balance. Obviously, everything you're gonna deal with adversity. They ain't doing no adversity this game. Like honestly, it was a little tough early, but it was teams basically getting started. But when the game started and you got to say, it was just ankle. I mean, a throat lock. That's all it was. It was just suffocating. Tom and Julio.
Yeah. Just wait until their time and get there. ME13 on right, J6 on left, force the defense to stretch and open up areas with number 14 in between. Woo, I like that 14 in between. Yo, that's dangerous, man, because he's in the
like the way Joe Tryon looked. Joe Tryon's still a little light in the butt against the run. I saw that a little bit. He still. But he looked all right. I mean, Shaq Barrett looked like he was in, form. D-line overall, they played very well. But Joe Tryon did play pretty well tonight. He wasn't perfect, but, he definitely had that little burst in him.
Right.
Starting to settle in. Yep. Wait until it gets. That's exactly what I was saying to you.
Yep. That's why
exactly
Byron is a QB and succeeded at the top. He wants to just air it out. It was QB's.
Yeah, I don't think Byron was. I don't think he was a quarterback. He knows about it being balanced. I think I think this is what they're going to be doing, and I'm happy that they showcased it and they did it very well today.
Yeah, and that's the difference between Byron Leftwich and Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore falls into the category you're talking about.
Right.
I don't think Byron Leftwich is going to do that. He's going to take what the defense is giving him.
And he wants to protect Tom. I mean, he wants to protect Tom too. And I think he wants to protect the offensive line too. When Mike talks about it with his team. When you get a team to allow the offensive line to go forward first, it gives them confidence. Look, I'm former offensive line, play left tackle myself. When you can go and punch somebody in the mouth first, and you can set the tone, like, hit motherfucker, like, yo, what's up? It changes your attitude going into the game. Obviously, every game's going to have a little different feel, but now that the Bucs shown they can do this, teams have to respect it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so Tom Brady needs to play better next week. I agree. Do you like the Bucs' chances versus the Saints, DJ? Early. I know you ain't really watched the game, but
yeah, I gotta still watch the Saints game. I know they struggle against the Falcons, but they've always struggled with the Falcons. I mean, that's why Sean Jay felt as good as he has because they always found a way to get at least a game against the Saints. But I mean, starting off with what I saw from the Bucs, I feel better about this game than I have felt in years. Because Mike knows for a fact I be taking the Saints against the Bucs all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, but this year, like I said, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look a little bit. I'm not gonna get my win-loss. Look, I'm enjoying this win. You know, Victory Monday is gonna come, and I'm gonna be watching the tape with the Saints tomorrow, probably. I'm not gonna even wait. I'm gonna start looking at that. But as of right now, if you just ask me after this game, yes, I like our chances against the Saints this year better than I ever did in the past and during the regular season.
Tempe 1D, exactly. This is all I've been preaching for a while, and this is why I'm saying this is why I want to cheer for the Bucs because I see the balance in the offense, and I see the defense just doing
Oh my God, Mike! It's all brothers, dog.
Oh, I know.
The whole coaching staff is a bunch of brothers. You know the what many coaches and GMs and owners say out here can't do. They're gonna do it this year. I think that's also a chip going on with that. Because Byron should have had a job this offseason. Hal Goodwin should have had a job. He's been talking about that for years.
Yeah.
These guys they got something to prove. This team, along with Tom Brady, this is like a family. I'm telling you, they're gonna try to prove something this year. Our chances are very high this year. And you saw Vegas. I think we're number 2. We're going to the Super Bowl and winning that thing. There's something that's gonna be special about this year. People talking shit about Tom Brady and his wife. I'm telling you.
You know what this reminds me of? Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning, last hooray.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm telling you, it reminds me of that because even though Tom still looked good, they were able to run the ball. They had too strong. They had a couple of receivers out there, but that defense was phenomenal. And this defense is playing. I know it was one game, and that the offense. I want to see them challenge. So the Saints gonna be a good one. Yeah. But hey, shoot, I ain't no complaints, man. Prayers up, right? Prayers up for Jack.
Yeah. I don't ever want to see nobody get injured. You know what I'm saying? And if you gotta get surgery, hey, man, this is the year to do it. Because I said it before the season started.
He did.
It's gonna be a year that the Cowboys are going to suck. They've been doing it since 1996. Because I was goddamn. Before I got my erections. I was 9 years old, God damn it. Shit. I was probably 8. I'm going to start in 2008, and I turned 9 during the season. Shit.
Lord,
this is what the Cowboys do.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They're going to be 3rd or 4th in this division. Where I put them at? I think I put them.
Yeah. You had them there.
Okay, I better have. Like I said, this is just what they do. They got the most solid trend you'll ever find in the NFL. They do, man.
Yeah, Y'all are definitely more balanced, and I agree. That's how we beat them in the playoffs. Yeah, you're right. You want to have a balanced offense.
Playoff Lenny, what was he? He was running that toting that thing. I was complaining about him in the regular season, but hey, he came into the playoffs and he turned into Leonard Fournette from the damn Jaguars. And looks like we had him again doing the same thing this year. Because look, he got a chip on his shoulder. What were people, Mike? We just talked about already. I think I already had it said already. Coming this season. Oh,
Buck Skull.
I paid. He ain't gonna do shit. He heard it.
Buck Skull game. Don't come for me talking about don't underestimate the secondary.
Man,
now I gotta get this out real quick. I gotta get mine.
Give me out of here.
Okay. All right. So check this out. I've been talking trash to DJ for quite some time about how horrendous. I ain't gonna say horrendous. Okay. He thought I was saying horrendous because I was saying they're okay. I was like, this is an average secondary. They're okay. You know, Jamel Dean. Ain't nobody scared of Jamel Dean. Sean Murphy Bunting. What is that? That name just don't even sound. No, I'm just playing. I actually like Sean Murphy Bunting coming out. Carlton Davis was grabby and all that. A Whitehead. I'm like, yeah, Whitehead will thump you, but he can't cover anything. Justin Evans just stayed hurt, so I was clowning. Loved Winfield coming out. Loved him. Hated that he went to y'all. This secondary under Todd Bowles, who played in the secondary as a player, has grown each and every year and have gotten better and better and better. I felt like this defense was always good, but if there was a weak part, on this defense, it was in the secondary. Can no longer say that. Not after today. We got to see. I want to see them against the Saints. I want to see them play against a more dynamic receiving game because the Dallas Cowboys receivers suck. All right, but I'm not taking anything away from what you all did where you did a heck of a job. But I got to give props where props is due. DJ knows I've been clowning and talking about this secondary. He thinks that I say that they're trash. They're not. I said they're average, but they're above average now. So,
well, I appreciate that. But I heard the part where you said they're going to play against some good receivers. But, Mike, I'll give you a little rundown real quick. New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, let's see.
We'll say they look about an average receiving core, right?
No,
I'm not talking about like what we playing. I'm not. That's not elite.
No,
they're not elite.
So if you're not elite, then you're just average. I mean, there is a such thing as being above average, and that's a B. A C is
all right. Okay. All right, no, that's cool. I'm happy you gave him that. Okay, cool. I'm not. This is nothing to take shots at nobody. I'm just giving you this. Okay.
Oh no, you like to take shots at them.
No, that's fine. Above average. Green Bay Packers.
No. They're below average. You said who?
Kansas City Chiefs.
I think they're B. They're above average. And shoot, the way they've been playing, the way they play.
Patrick Mahomes though, but yeah, okay, that's fine. If you want
to, it's fine. Yeah, I think it's
Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. Okay, average. That's another. At best, average.
I'm just trying to make a point here. Pittsburgh.
I say below average. I think Pittsburgh got some receivers. Yeah, I would say they're slightly above average. I would,
but there's no elites, right? I think this secondary is going to play very well against these receiving corps.
Because even the Rams, man, they don't have anybody over there. Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. But I was just naming basically the next top 4 or 5 games we got.
One unlimited for iPhone.
And I was just basically saying with that. There is I feel like we played better receivers in the past. I think that's what I was trying to say. And to have those games that we have coming up, not saying there's not good players on these teams, but I don't know. This secondary, I feel like they're gonna have an come out party where people are gonna actually talk about it. That's basically what I was trying to say. I'm not saying they're great elite yet. But I told you about this earlier. I said that their communication has been the best this year than it's ever been. And Sean Murphy Bunting, I don't even think he touched the field this year. I don't even know how many snaps he got to because they played Winfield in the slot. They played Logan late.
Yeah, that's on late.
Yes, I don't even think Sean Murphy Bunting even touched the field today. Jamel Dean,
Yo,
you didn't even
Jamel
see his
Dean played
name.
well,
Nobody tried to touch him over there.
He played well. He played well. But like I said, I think they had a whole bunch of number fives.
Yeah. I mean, this is a preseason game.
And right. And CD
This
Lamb
was a preseason game.
Yeah, so
this year, don't estimate the second.
Oh yeah.
The NFC.
Here we go. So
the Falcons look to y'all. They should have beat the Saints. I mean,
yes,
we gotta go back and watch the tape. Did you get to watch this, Mike? Get your little thing out if you saw it.
Oh no! Wait, well, no, I didn't watch the entire game. I saw some highlights, but I saw the last, I would say, 3-4 minutes of the game. The part when they were driving, got down, had a nice little run, but got stopped. It was, I think it was what, third down.
Mm-hmm.
And Marcus Mariota drops the ball on the snap and can't get the first down. And all he had to do was get it and lean forward. They had no timeouts. It was a ball game. And he didn't get it done. He fumbled. Jameis Winston, they punted the ball. Jameis Winston went down, threw a beautiful deep ball to Jarvis Landry. And Jarvis Landry wasn't out of bounds. So what Jameis did was legal. These officiators sucked this week. Like, it was legal. He downed the ball, and it was like, what in the world? They said, no, the clock has stopped. Anyway, the Falcons, I thought, ran the ball really good. They played physical, but they just can't finish. Bad teams find a way to lose football games. Good teams find a way to win football games. And if you look at the NFC South, Carolina had an opportunity to win. A bad team, they lost the football game. The Atlanta Falcons had a chance to win. A bad team lost the football game. The New Orleans Saints had a chance to win. They were getting beat, found a way to win the football game. The Dallas Cowboys faced Tampa Bay. Supposed to be the number one returning offense, right? I know they lost some pieces. Find a way to win the football game, even with Tom Brady not looking completely elite. So that's my take on it. I think the Falcons are a bad football team, just like another team in the South.
Yeah, but Cordell Patterson had a hell of a game, and I can't wait to go back and watch the entire game.
Oh my gosh,
they were playing.
But they gave him the ball. Run the dang ball.
We had 20-something carries.
20-something carries for 100-something yards.
No matter how much the NFL wants to push this as a passing league, teams that run the game have the more running efficient run game normally wins the game.
Yes, sir.
Simple impact. These mugs had 200 yards rushing against a very strong Saints team. The Saints have been over the last couple of years right there with the Bucs as one of the best rush defenses in the NFL.
They've been top 5 for many years.
And we saw this during the preseason. You watched the preseason with Atlanta Falcons. They were able to run that ball, if anything else, during the preseason. So I came in this season expecting that. And Arthur Smith comes from Tennessee where they run the damn ball. So for this team to now come into its own and have a good game against a good rush defense, that's not surprising. And Jameis Winston, from everything I've seen, was just efficient. And then he did what at the end of the game? He put his team up to win the game. Things that, as Bucs fans, you gotta appreciate, man. I know a lot of Bucs fans hate Jameis and stuff like that. But hey, he had 2 touchdowns through no interceptions. Did not put his team in a position to lose because look how tight this game was.
Yep.
He played well. Alvin Kamara didn't do shit.
Right.
Taysom Hill had a nice long ass run or something like that.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. He's a playmaker.
Right, that's what he does. I mean, they didn't really give Ingram the ball, but overall, like I said, it came down to Jameis being efficient and being smart. And like you said about the whole Mariota situation, that's the 2 different things in this game right now. I mean, like I said, I'm gonna go back and still watch the entire game, but just looking at that's what I feel like, and I won't be surprised. That's what I see.
Yeah, I won't either. I do feel like they threw the ball a little too much. I love the fact that the Falcons ran the ball, and I believe if the Saints would have ran the ball maybe a little more, it would have been a closer game. But I understood why they had to throw it because they had to catch up. But Jameis, like you said, he took care of the football. It was good to see Michael Thomas out there. He made some plays. He caught 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but Jarvis Landry looked like Jarvis Landry.
I was yes, and I have him on my fantasy. Thank you, Jarvis Landry. See, this is the crazy part. I got a lot of NFC South receivers. I picked up Michael Thomas because nobody wanted him because he was like, "What are you gonna do?" I picked up Julio because they're like, "He old, he ain't gonna do nothing." Thank y'all. But,
I ain't even check my fantasy shit.
Yeah, I mean, Marcus Mariota's gonna run the football. That's what he is, and Cordell Patterson's gonna run the football. So. All I've been saying is run the dang football. Ooh, no matter what talking heads say about a passing league, you must run the dang ball. Real talk.
Period. I mean, just
whatever. And if there was an offensive coordinator that basically echoed what the national media says, it's Kellen Moore.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I mean, that's exactly what it is. I mean, no matter how much, because analytics tell you this, and that's that. No, football will always be about the trenches. It'll always be about being efficient with the run game and being smart with the ball and don't turn the ball over. That's football 101 on any level of football. That's why a lot of teams, not teams, but a lot of when you're younger, you see a lot of teams run the wing tee and stuff like that. Like running is important in football. That's why I never understood how people always said that running backs are a dime a dozen. I'm not one of those people that believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think wide receivers, when it comes to that, how many are out there? I mean, we're talking about 3 to 4 receivers could be out there at a time. Usually you only got 1 or 2 running backs. Running backs are important, though. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Running backs are very important.
Extremely important. Excuse me, I got a little choked up. Extremely important.
Talking about the Bucs, man. I understand, man. I understand.
Yeah, so congratulations. Man, I get choked up over it. I will. I do want to say this. Congratulations to the Falcons for getting sacks today. They got 4 sacks today, DJ. That was impressive.
Last year against them.
Yeah. They like to get after the quarterback.
I see why Sean Jay gets hyped for the Saints. I really do. They play him well.
Yep. So congratulations on that. Congratulations to all the winning teams in the NFC South. There's the top 2 teams in the NFC South, the teams that have been over there the last 2 years, and looks like they're going to continue to be that. DJ, man, you got anything else you want to say about this victorious win for y'all? That looked good.
Man, exactly. I ain't got nothing to say. It's only one game. I definitely want to say that for anybody that's watching. I don't care what happened this week. It's only one damn game.
That's true.
Either you might have started well, you got stuff that you might not play so well, but once again, you're 0-1. I haven't watched anybody. I haven't done anything yet. You know what I'm saying? So we already know it's going to be overreaction. Good Morning Football with Kyle Brandt, who picked y'all. I hate that motherfucker. I can't wait till he come out here and say what the hell he say with his punk ass. But
to me, today. Yeah, October's the time you really see who is who. I'm happy. September. You said what?
So I'm happy football is back. That's all.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. It was a fun day. A lot of close games, a lot of nail biter games, a lot of underdog games too.
Hey, what I say, Mike?
What about Pittsburgh? I told you Pittsburgh was gonna win. Nah, what you talking about? Oh, Minnesota.
Kickers matter.
Oh, man.
I think a lot of teams figured that out today. Kicking matters. Many teams lost today because of kicking.
That's bull crap, man. Because I needed my guy who we play. I needed the dude for the Browns to miss, and he don't miss. He hit the 58-yard kick. And then I watch every single game that goes in overtime or late, and they all missing kicks. And I couldn't believe this.
There was so many missed kicks today. It was crazy. Crazy. And the only reason why it was a tie with Pittsburgh and Cincy because McManus missed that, whatever his name was, missed a damn what, a 30-yarder? I mean, he shanked the shit. Like, the shit didn't even hit the net. Like, it went to the stand. That was terrible.
Terrible.
But like you said, Skull Gang, one game down, Cowboys, y'all get to walk the plank. Let's keep it going. Woo!
A win is a win. Peace, fellas. I ain't saying go Bucks, but DJ, you can say that shit.
Go Bucks. Fire them cannons, baby. Fire them cannons. Let's go.
And we out.